Hey HTB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, HTB. Yeah, that's right. I started with a new bit of an intro there. I might see how that, works. Does it stick? Does it not? We'll see what happens, but I'll keep introducing it for now anyway. Yes, it is the Warriors who host the Canberra Raiders, Saturday afternoon footy. But before I get into it, hit that intro. All right, guys, here we go. Right, we basically erased the game that was, and we look forward to this game here. We see this game here, in my opinion anyway, as a game where we rectify what happened. This is where we right our wrongs, and hopefully is the pillar that sets us up. Am I optimistic? Perhaps maybe you're a Warriors fan, you're looking at this and you just don't care. You've tuned off, or maybe you're optimistic. Maybe you're just hanging out to hear whatever it is I have to say. Unsure where you're at, but basically this is my own opinion, and basically how we can, in my opinion anyway, sort of, change things, I think, anyway. But in saying that, I want to be talking about the squad, my thoughts on it, the strengths and weaknesses, 5 places to look out for both sides, and then prediction, and then we're going to end up with a conclusion. Sweet, let's get into it. All right, so the Warriors have Reece Walsh, fullback, and the wings, Rocketberry as well as Villiers. Arthurs and Pompey make up the centres. In the halves, we see the combination of CHT as well as Johnson. The props are Adam Blake as well as Lodge. And the hooker there is Egan. The second rows are Aitken as well as Cernan. And then the lock is Tevanga. Otokolo, Afo, and Murchie make up the bench. In the reserves, we see Ben Murdoch Masila, Dejan Asi, who we signed today, Peterson Ropati, Ratuva, Lingi Kepu, Frey, as well as Gossi. In the squad, good. Thank goodness that there was a change there immediately, with immediate effect. I don't want to keep on harping about what happened yesterday, but I'm just happy to see one player in particular not being there. Now, granted, rugby league is a results-driven. It's a results-driven industry, and if you're not performing, you get dropped. That's the reality of it. So in saying that, I'm actually happy that this has happened. I personally don't want to see this particular player play again, but that's just me. I have strong views on them, and they continue to prove me right. I think I drew the line in the sand yesterday. Now we see the inclusion of Berry, who comes back, which is awesome to see. Viliami Villiers as well. You can almost say it's a bit of breath of fresh air. We all know why Dylan Watson and Selesnik is not playing. And obviously Montoya, I believe, has 2 more weeks to go. 2 more games to go. Or if not, this is his last game to go after this one here. But like I said, Dejan Asi as well is in here for us until, I believe, to the end of the season anyway. Ben Murdoch Masila's name is there, so it's good to see. Ratuva, Fry, I wouldn't mind Ratuva playing. Ben Murdoch Masila may or may not get picked, just depending on what happens. But again, it's good to see Ratuva's name there anyway, I think, for the most part. Otkolo, Afo, Kato, and Murchie are good additions. Obviously, Murchie as well being one. You got the likes of, Shanaris Tavita and Sean Johnson, who I'm sure will look to rectify themselves surely. Adam Blake, Matt Lodge to lay the platform. Tevanga as well, a name there as well. But I mean, overall, the squad is good. You can't really complain because this is as good as it gets for us. You may look at some players in particular and not be impressed, but it is what it is. Obviously, of Curran being out for a couple of weeks too, it is still the way that's panned out. Oh well, so be it, I guess. There's not much to really say there. We look at the strengths and weaknesses for the Warriors. I think I'm going to go straight for the weaknesses first. Our weaknesses, I guess, were ever blunt. It was just something called passion, something called heart, something called determination, something called giving a damn. That was evident that there was a weakness there, right? There was just no drive, no motivation. So we can sort of kick that in the butt, so to speak, and actually do away with it and actually get focus in this game here. That'll go a long way, in my opinion anyway, to actually trying to do what it is we need to do against the Raiders. Now, again, granted, in this game here, we've got a different opposition altogether, but I think if the Warriors can rectify that, that'll be great. Another one as well is complete sets. That was absolutely poor. I would argue and say that the Warriors played their poorest game against the Storm in the history of their franchise, of our club, end of story, since 95, since the inception. If there's anyone there who might want to show me facts there that'll prove me wrong, please do so. But I think from my own opinion anyway, the Warriors played their poorest game you'll ever see them play. But again, fixing up that, just giving a damn, I think goes a long way. Now for the strengths. Warriors' strengths, usually defense, right? I think that's been something that's been part of our attribute. as well as our completed sets. But again, a game against a Storm where it basically undoes anything and everything. It's probably really hard to talk about even our strengths and weaknesses because you're only as good as your last game. And to be fair with you guys, that's the last game I remember. There's no point going back to our prior 3 games where we won our last 3 games before the Roosters because, again, it doesn't matter. Right before the Storm, we lost to the Roosters. So, again, the strengths, unsure. The weaknesses are quite obvious. The strength is moving up from where we are. That's, I think, a strength. 5 players to look out for, right? I'll go with the Raiders first. So you got Rapana there, you got Papali, you got Tapine, you got Chance Nicole Cookstad, as well as Horsburgh. Again, on Rapana, he is just a very good player. I mean, there's no two ways about it. He's gritty, he's strong, he's aggressive. He's somebody who knows how to beat us, to be fair with you. Papali, same in turn. Remember the hot start we had against him last season, and then absolutely just went to waste. He was part of the reason why. Again, him and Tapine in tangent with each other, just working that dynamic duo that they are. They'll be looking to basically beat us, and again, we got to answer a call to that. And like I said, I've got Chance to call Cookstad coming off from the bench. Could be a bad thing for us because he's a very speedy player. Again, against the Warriors, you know what I mean? Yeah, last but not least, Horsburgh. He's a good player, the fire redhead. I love watching him play, but he's not scared to run into anyone or tackle anyone. Big hitter too, who obviously play a part, in my opinion anyway, against the Warriors. And just honourable mention as well to, Savage, Wale May, Timoko, you got White and Schneider, Whitehead, Young. The whole squad in general, I think, is good. Now, the 5 players to look out for. Sean Johnson. I think it goes without saying he's going to be wanting to, in terms of a leader, in terms of what we needed, he wasn't there. This is a game for him to look back and really try and rectify himself there, I think. Edinson Blake and Matt Lodge, I mentioned it before, they laid the platform. They're going to continue to. We're going to need them in the story. They're always going to be usually my players to watch for us anyway. Tevanga as well, I think he was a fiery customer for us and probably one of the better players yesterday. Again, granted, hard to say, but I thought he was there. And Murchie brings a bit of fresh air, is a good player. Loves to tackle, loves to run, knows how to score a try. Will be one to watch for us as well. But again, tell me your players to watch anyway. Those are mine. Now, the prediction. Yes, that's right. So, like I said, it's about doing away what happened to us and about just looking at this as a new plate, a new clean plate, right? Look, the Warriors will be... We need to be ready up and out for this one here, right? Regardless of how the Raiders feel, it's not about how they feel, it's about how we feel. And I'm sure in turn they feel the same. But I think we can really win this one here. Hear me out. If we really just stick to the basics, we can win this one here. Granted, there's no era footy involved. We can do some damage there. You'll notice that I haven't named Reece Walsh in there, but I really hope that he has a big bounce-back game this time around, to be honest. But look, the prediction here, I think the Warriors will win this game. You know what? I think the Warriors will win this game well. I think I'm going to go this game here between 6 to 12 points. I think 12, Warriors by 12. I think it'll be 24 points to 14 or 24 points to 10. That's what I reckon anyway. I think the Warriors will do enough. Granted, the Raiders are firing. I'm sure they've got players there, but we've just got to go off what we know, what we can do, not worry about what they can do. Just stick to the basics, have the force lay the platform, win the physical game. But Warriors to win. Come to my conclusion, right? The conclusion is it's actually pretty hard to talk about a game like this, especially when you know the rubbish that your team has unfortunately dished up to yesterday. But the only way to, again, as I keep mentioning, is the only way to get over this is to win your next game, and that's it. Now, this game here, I really want the Warriors to be fired up, fired up. Who cares about the green machine? It's about what we know, what we can do, and what we can deliver. Right? It's about understanding what happened and just absolutely just giving it our all. If, in my opinion, if we don't win this game here, I think I'm going to be crossing a line out for our top 8 hopes. You may think it's a bit early, but in terms of just, like what team sort of gets belted like that and loses the next game, surely if you care, if you've got a bit of heart, you got a bit of just heart about you, you're going to win this game. Surely, right? It's no ifs or buts here. We need to respond well. That's it. That's the only conclusion after losing like that. It's not about what the Raiders do, what they know. Forget it. It's about what we need to control. We just need to be dominant, right? We need to show that we're hurt. We need to play like we're hurt. We need to play like we're a team that is down in terms of just, being belted. We need to come back strong. You know what I mean? You got to try and stand up and do something. And for me, the Warriors, I just hope we look at the Raiders with rage in our eyes, really, a fire in our belly, and just absolutely just go out there and just beat them up. Really, we physically win that game. Dominant, assertive, just roll them. I really mean that. But in saying that, that is my conclusion there. There's not much to say there. I think I'm harping on, but the reality is we need a win. No ifs or buts, no maybes, no nothing. That's it. Warriors, you win. Good. Still a bit of hope. We can carry this. You lose. I'm sorry, but I don't see us showing any guts and glory when it really matters, just like this game. This game here is so important to us. The way we respond is so important, not only for the players or the club itself, but for us fans. We need to know that our players actually give a damn about what happened, right? Simple as that. Take it easy. See you guys next time. Obviously, up the Warriors always. But yeah, give me your thoughts, Take it easy. Just remember, Warriors, please hold the ball. See you guys next time.